From Southern Colorado's high-definition news leader, this is News Channel 13, where the news comes first.
Welcome back to Good Morning Colorado, 6:30 on this Friday morning, July 5th. I'm John Carroll.
And I'm Brittany Bailey. Almost 30 people are recovering this morning following a scary incident at a fireworks show last night.
Dozens were hurt as thousands of people were watching the professional display in the Los Angeles suburb of Simi Valley when something went wrong. ABC's John Muller has all the details.
The mood at the July 4th celebration turned from joy to chaotic in a split second. A number of fireworks shells exploding just feet from the ground. The loud blast sending terrified people running for safety as many dodged flying debris.
A block of wood about this big came shooting down and it hit the side of my leg.
We had bits and pieces of fireworks coming at us. A big round cylinder block hit the person sitting next to me.
Emergency medical crews rushed to the scene, treating nearly 30 people, some victims suffering shrapnel wounds, most suffering minor to moderate injuries as pieces of the fireworks rained down. As many as 10,000 people were at the show. The malfunction happened just 2 minutes into the show. Investigators are on the scene overnight, now working to find the cause. John Muller, ABC News, New York.
Seattle firefighters say this huge fire at a dry boat storage area was started by illegal fireworks. The fire happened shortly before Seattle's official fireworks show, but investigators say unauthorized fireworks were to blame.
It's estimated the fire did more than $1 million in damage to the boats. One firefighter was hurt but is expected to be okay. Back here in Colorado, officials in Windsor think fireworks sparked a small field fire there, but the good news is the fire's out this morning.
The fire appeared to have started in the area where fireworks were launched. The fire could be seen on the north side of Windsor Lake. The fireworks display didn't stop, but moments after the show ended, firefighters moved in and began to fight that fire. Wow. Well, all night and into the morning, Colorado Springs firefighters stayed on high alert, making sure no fireworks mishaps happened here. 5 fire department crews patrolled the west side of I-25, where the fire risk is greatest. They looked for anyone violating the city's ban on personal fireworks use. Firefighters were also ready to put out any fires started by fireworks. Police officers patrolled areas east of I-25.
If a fire is started, that will be considered an act of arson, and so whatever penalties are deemed appropriate off of that, those will be imposed as well.
They may or may not be there, but at least we can get our vehicle through the area and make our presence known and make people aware that we are trying to look out for their safety.
Authorities also kept a close watch on the 4 public fireworks shows last night. A fire inspector and fire resources were at each location just in case anything went wrong. Authorities say it was a relatively quiet night. Fireworks patrols will continue Friday and Saturday night in the Springs. The minimum penalty for violators is a $500 fine and 90 days in jail. If you want to report illegal fireworks use, call 444-7000. Well, it was a gorgeous night for fireworks last night, but what do we have in store for Friday? We'll send things over to Storm Tracker 13 meteorologist Marty Vinichinque to find out.
Well, we're already tracking some weak showers over northern parts of our coverage area. Storm Tracker 13 live HA Doppler shows it from Teller County on northward into the Denver area. Not all of this is reaching the ground, but some of it is, at least in a light capacity. We've been able to look underneath these little showers as seen from Woodland Park. There at Peak Internet up on top of Gold Hill, we have 58, and you can see that we're obscuring some of the terrain off in the distance. So yes, some of that rain is actually reaching the ground and may spill across I-25 from, say, Colorado Springs northward on occasion early this morning. Don't expect a lot of rain, though. Otherwise, it's really nice outside. 64 degrees at American Furniture Warehouse. The wind is pretty light at the moment. And we've been pretty warm along the Arkansas River, too, as well as out east. It's 68 degrees in Eads. We've had a few spots in the lower 70s, so it's really a pretty warm morning, and we're in for a toasty day today, high around 91 at Colorado Springs. We will, though, have some shade at times, and some isolated thunderstorms during the afternoon will tend to cool things off, kick up the wind. Rain briefly today. It probably won't be real heavy at lower elevations. Might get some pretty good showers, though, over the mountains on occasion. And in Pueblo, we couldn't rule out a quick storm today either. We think the chances for thunderstorms will increase as we move through the weekend. We'll have more on that in our May weather segment. John and Brittany, back to you.
Marty, thank you. 6:35 now. Colorado Springs police are on the lookout for a man who crashed a truck into a home early this morning.
It was a startling wake-up call for the 88-year-old homeowner. KRDO News Channel 13's Emily Allen joins us live from outside his home with more on what happened. Good morning, Emily.
Good morning, John and Brittany. This truck led police on a high-speed chase earlier. They were on the lookout for this truck. We know it came through this intersection onto Vista Place. It was speeding very fast as it came through this driveway. You can see some of the skid marks that are here along the driveway. It took out this homeowner's fence, took out this pole that was sitting there and crashed into this window. You can see some of the pieces of the car are still lying around here. We've seen pieces of this car on the other side of the lawn, very far from here. Take a look at the inside of this home and the extensive damage on the inside. It finally stopped in this man's living room. The homeowner was here at the time, but he was able to climb out through his window because the damage inside was so extensive. He wasn't able to make it down the hallway because this truck was blocking the hallway and he wasn't able to get out. At this point, he has lost a lot of family heirlooms, a lot of antiques that have been there for over 100 years. This truck decimated them in just a matter of seconds, as you can see from this video and here. At this point, the driver did get away. If police are able to find him, he's going to be facing several charges. Reporting in Colorado Springs, Emily Allen, KRDO News Channel 13.
Emily, thank you. 6:37 and new this morning. Colorado Springs police are on the scene of an overnight shooting. The shooter is still on the loose. Police say the shooting happened shortly before 2:30 this morning on Jetwing Drive. Police haven't released any information about the victim or the suspect. We'll continue tracking this and bring you the latest as we get more information.
This morning, authorities are trying to figure out the intentions of a 21-year-old Nevada man arrested with an arsenal of weapons near the University of Washington campus in Seattle. Police stopped Justin Miles Jasper for driving a truck reported stolen from Montana. Jasper was found sleeping in the truck Tuesday, but it hadn't been reported stolen yet. University of Washington Police Chief John Vinson detailed the disturbing arrest.
We have no idea what his intentions are. Again, this is a very active investigation, and we're trying to rule out everything at this point.
Police say there is no threat to the University of Washington community. Well, the state of Washington is nearing the end of a crusade to rid state documents of gender-biased language.
The bill, which went into effect this week, has changed nearly 3,500 state code sections to include both he and she, as well as various other words. Freshman is now first-year student. Fisherman is now fisher, and penmanship is now handwriting, just to name a few. Washington is not the first state to do this. Illinois, Florida, and North Carolina have made similar efforts. About 9 other states are also looking to make the same changes. We want to hear from you this morning about gender-biased language. Do you like the idea? Do you want to see the same changes made here in Colorado? Comment at krdo.com. Log on to Facebook or Twitter, KRDO News Channel 13. Residents in Brighton are being advised to boil their water for at least 3 minutes after E. coli was found in the city's water system. Residents in the area should boil their water or use bottled water for drinking, making ice, brushing teeth, washing dishes, and food preparation until further notice. The water in the region may have been contaminated with human or animal waste.
And just into our newsroom this morning, Pope Francis cleared John Paul II for sainthood this morning, even without having the usual miracle approved. Pope Francis also issued his first encyclical this morning, a meditation on faith that is unique because it was written with someone else, Benedict XVI. Benedict's hand is evident throughout much of the first 3 chapters of The Light of Faith, with his theological style, concerns, and reference points clear.
Well, good news for commuters in the city by the bay.
Striking rail workers are back on the job this morning in San Francisco, but it may not last for long. We'll explain.
Egypt braces for another day of protests. I'm Devin Dwyer. The latest on the crisis and what the U.S. is watching coming up.